On May 13, 2025, Synchron announced a landmark partnership with Apple to achieve the first native brain-computer interface (BCI) integration with the iPhone, iPad, and Apple Vision Pro. This integration leverages Apple's newly introduced BCI human interface device, HID protocol, and Synchron's flagship device, the Stentrode, enabling thought-based control of Apple devices. This solution provides hands-free, voice-free device navigation, particularly empowering users with motor impairments such as ALS, spinal cord injury, or stroke. The Stentrode is implanted through a minimally invasive endovascular procedure, accessing the brain's motor cortex via the jugular vein, eliminating the need for open brain surgery. Neural signals are decoded and translated into device commands through Synchron's wireless interface and software. Why did Synchron choose to partner with Apple? There are two primary reasons: network effects and user experience. In terms of positive network externalities, Synchron's integration into the Apple ecosystem unlocks powerful network effects. Apple's vast user base and developer community create an exponential opportunity for software applications and use cases tailored to BCI. As developers design interfaces optimized for the HID protocol, the overall utility of the BCI ecosystem increases, reinforcing Synchron's first-mover advantage. Moreover, existing Apple users gain immediate benefit without needing to learn new systems, accelerating adoption and comfort. The cross-pollination of hardware and software development creates a feedback loop that attracts additional partners, app developers, and patients. Beyond network effects, this partnership emphasizes frictionless interaction. Apple's reputation for user-centric design complements Synchron's commitment to seamless neuro integration. The use of Apple's switch control and contextual feedback based on screen content and layout enables a dynamic, bidirectional UX. Over time, these interactions improve through personalized machine learning models that adapt to individual neural patterns, creating a deeply intuitive user experience. When comparing Synchron and Neuralink, we see that Synchron leads in three key aspects. First, its minimally invasive procedure via the vascular system, avoiding the need for a craniotomy and robotic implantation, which raises significant regulatory and adoption hurdles for Neuralink. Second, Synchron has completed first-in-human trials in the US and has a considerable head start in achieving FDA breakthrough device designation and early feasibility studies. By contrast, Neuralink has only recently begun its first human implantation trials. Third, Synchron's medical first, consumer next approach prioritizes real-world therapeutic needs, motor impairment, neurodegenerative diseases, whereas Neuralink's longer-term ambition lie in cognitive enhancement and AI symbiosis. Finally, Synchron's integration with Apple, arguably the most human interface-focused consumer tech company, gives it unmatched credibility and productization potential. Neuralink, while more visionary, remains relatively isolated in its R&D focus. The Apple news represents a significant inflection point for Synchron, enhancing its economic and strategic value. Asset leverage: Synchron's core IP and endovascular neurostimulation is now paired with native support from Apple devices, creating an exponentially more valuable asset. Market positioning: Synchron is no longer just a neurotech developer, but a clinical and consumer BCI platform company with a clear path to revenue through assistive applications. Furthermore, its technology is highly scalable and avoids the regulatory and adoption obstacles of first-generation BCI. Investor appeal: backed by prominent investors and aligned with Apple's accessibility vision, Synchron has substantially increased its intangible asset-based brand equity, IP strength, and strategic relationships. We believe Synchron is well-positioned for an IPO within the next 12 to 18 months. A reasonable pre-IPO valuation estimate would fall in the range of $1.20 to $1.5 billion, driven by a clear path to revenue through assistive applications, strategic network integration with a global consumer platform, scalable and regulatory-friendly technology, and a long-term platform potential in neurotherapeutics, adaptive UI, UX, and AR, VR. In conclusion, Synchron's collaboration with Apple marks a pivotal moment in BCI, not just for its own trajectory, but for the entire industry. By integrating seamlessly into Apple's expansive ecosystem, Synchron not only establishes itself as the near-term leader in commercial BCI deployment, but also sets the stage for defining the operating system of neurodigital interaction in the years to come.